Hi, how are you? How are you, chat? And thank you. This is just a Let's Chat stream, so you can just type in anything in the chat, and I'll respond to them while I draw. Wait, how did you actually get the app? How did you actually get the Furby Boom app? Since all the Furby apps have since been discontinued and you can no longer download them. I still have the Furby Connect app on my phone, which I'm not planning on deleting for archival purposes. Like, how did you manage to get the free Boom app? Like, I know that there's like emulators and stuff in the Aptoid. Wait, can you tell me what it is? I genuinely would like to know, because I would love to download. I would love to use the Furby Boom app on there since I used to play a lot when I was little. And I think it's by far the best Furby app, my opinion. Since like sure 2012 was alright, but it was kind of basic. It's pretty basic, and you couldn't really do too much on there other than like feed the Furby, do the translate stuff, put it to sleep. Like you can't really do much with it. Lost media. Wait, which app is the lost media? I mean, is the Furby Boom app technically already lost media since it's no longer downloadable? I mean, there are playthroughs and stuff, those exist, but you know. Alright, that's pretty good at, but it works well. But I would love to know what the Aptoid. I don't know how to pronounce it, but like what it is exactly. Is it like an emulator for old apps or something? And apps are a bit better. I'm not even gonna get access to it anyway. Like, I genuinely want to know. Oh, alright. I'll keep that information in mind. Thank you. And also, hello to the person that just joined. Of course, I will install the app if I remember to. But definitely not right now because I'm doing stuff. Hello. Hello. And yes. Yes, this is very gay. Just look at them. You can look at them and see that they're gay. A gay little furby. I've been using the term gay little furby a lot. I think it's really funny. Because I'm a gay little furby. Art trades are pretty cool, but for now I'm not doing any art trades. Maybe except for just friends, but overall I'm not doing any art trades at the moment, so sorry. Oh, Nostalnoctus. I made that art fight attack for you that one time. I just realized it by looking at your username. Hi. But right now I'm just making a redesign of one of my OCs. And thank you. That's their feral form. They're actually one of my Furbies from my collection, but I'm redesigning them. Also some ship art of them and Saturn because they're a couple. This is gonna be an art fight. I mean, it's over, so maybe this reference will be up unless if I update again. Let me reposition myself. I'm drawing all this while laying in my bed right now. And would anybody like to see that one German Furby I got recently? I'm actually probably gonna get a second one, even if it's gonna be $20 more expensive than it is in the United States. But whatever. And once again, chat, if you want to see the Furby, then just say that you want to see the Furby. Eyeball. Okay, no one's even asking for the Furby, but I'm going to show it anyways. So here she is. And by the way, this one pretty much uses any pronouns as of now. That's the German one. I already made a short of it, but I am wanting to do an in-depth video, and then I say this and then I never do it because that's me. Ugh, mental health. Anyways, yeah, I love that pattern too. I somehow never came across it in any thrift store. Like, I have the Furbling version of it. I have the Furbling version of this fur, but I never actually found this color at a thrift store for some reason, even though it's like a more common color. So I ended up going with this one in German. And you can tell it's German because it has this tag, which is typically what European Furbies have. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, the French Furbies also have this tag. But this is a German one. I have a 2012 one that has a similar tag to this one. I'm sorry, but I do not know Japanese. And can I translate it? No. Unfortunately, I do not know what you're saying. And also, this Furby's name is Lakritz. I think it's Lakritz, which just means licorice. Cause look at her, she looks like a licorice, and she does work too, but the tilt sensor is kind of sensitive, so it sometimes just doesn't shut up. But I love him either way. And he's also going to be getting a character design at some point. And I've also got Eclipse right here too. Eclipse is the one I brought with me on vacation. This one I bought recently from eBay. And oh my gosh, how do y'all European collectors afford Furbies? Or just anywhere in an area where Furbies are not as popular, or they're less common in the area, so it makes them more expensive. When I looked on German eBay, there are significantly less Furbies compared to the United States. There's like thousands, and then there's like less than 400 on there, and like and a good chunk of them, like a quarter of them are just Or just resellers trying to make bank off the newest Furby. Just 2023 ones. And they're clearly just resellers. For 40 and for me was about 120. Wow. And it's like even the most common Furbies in Germany are a lot more expensive. Like this one was like in US dollars, let's say, actually I'll just start with the euros. So this one was like 49 euros, which is like, let's say $57. I know it's a lot, but there wasn't really any cheaper option. There was one, but it was practically the same price because of the shipping. This one was free shipping. And for all I know, the reason why everything in Europe is expensive is because the taxes are already included altogether. So I feel like it would have probably been the same in total if you bought it in the United States because of tax and shipping. Oh, this one, shipping was free for this one though. So, but yeah, Furbies are significantly more expensive here since there's just less of them. And even the newest models, like in retail, they're expensive. And I'm not talking about like resellers. The newest Furbies that I saw at Smith's, if you know Smith's, it's basically just almost just like Toys R Us, but exclusive to European countries. I like it has the same vibe as a Toys R Us. The Furbies there are like, they're 80 euros each, which makes them like, let's say, $87 to $89 in US dollars compared to like they're currently available for like $60 right now. Initially they were like $70. It's like they're significantly costing more. $100 between 2 and 3 Furbies. What country are you from? I know that in other countries they're gonna be more expensive because of the way taxes work for them. Australia. Damn. Imagine being a collector in Australia too. I wonder how like Furbies and more expensive Furby collectors in expensive countries are just like purchasing them. Like where do you guys get them? Like I get thrift stores, but thrift stores aren't as popular here from my knowledge. Aren't as popular. I don't know if flea markets exist, but just like in the United States, they happen in certain times. You see, to US dollars to Australian dollars exchanges rate is so bad. Oh no. And also what's interesting is that you know how like the new Aurora Furby Alice Furbies or the Galaxy Furbies are or Amazon exclusive in the United States? Well, you can easily get both the tie-dye Furbies and the Aurora Furby Alice ones at Smith's. You can find them at Smith's. The cotton candy ones I haven't seen any yet. I have not seen a cotton candy one, even though it says it's Smith's exclusive. Maybe it's just not available in Passau. That's the city I went to. They weren't in that location, but they had a Galaxy one, and I really wanted them. But there's also another toy shop that carries it. Hopefully, at least according to the website. It's either the purple one, the tie-dye rainbow one. I actually like the tie-dye rainbow one. I'm lucky jealous of the people that find them in thrift stores. I don't even find them in thrift stores that often anymore. I used to find them a little bit more often there, but now I just don't see them as much. I don't know if it's because that people are just buying them out quicker because of their worth or something. You know, most of the time they aren't really. You probably only get $30 out of them, but or maybe they're just not being donated as often, getting put on eBay or something. I could imagine that they're just being put up on eBay because people just want that money. We picked up Ford 2012 for $20. That is lucky. This reminds me of how I got like 2 bags. It was 6 Furbies. It was 6 Furbies for the record. They're all from the 90s and early 2000s. You've seen that one video, but you can just look it up on my page. But one time I found 6 Furbies for a total of $10, and they were in bags. And one of them was one that was like worth, let's say, like between $100 and $200. And it was the coral. And if you don't know corals, but they're incredibly damn rare. And incredibly expensive. I got used to find Furbies more often, and they would be like roughly like $4 to $5. I mean, the most recent third find for a Furby was also like $4.50, $4.50 almost, which was also pretty good. And the Furby ended up working. And also got the newest Furby for $6 there, which I did put up on my Mercari, but I am out of the country, so I cannot ship at the moment. But nowadays, I find most of my Furbies at estate sales, actually. No one really talks about it, but you can easily just like look on estate sales. There's an app that's called like estatesales.net, and then when you put in your zip code, and you can look at all the estate sale listings, and they'll post pictures, typically. And you'll find Furbies there. I found estate sales that have pictures of Furbies, and I'll typically try to go to those if possible. And I even willingly spent $80 on one. And it was to be fair, it was a more expensive coloration, but I feel like I overspent on it. Especially since I ended up opening it and then putting it up on my shelf. And then named the freaking husk after Hasm Hotel. Yeah, I never really look in Facebook Marketplace, but I should do it more often if possible. I'm gonna go on rambling about something random since I'm not seeing anything new in the chat, but I have heard that the newest Furbies have recently came out in Czech, in the Czech language. And I'm trying to think of what to say. But I did see like a Reddit post about someone from Czech Republic buying one of the newest Furbies that can actually speak the language. And there is a video on it on YouTube, but they have explained in the description that for a while Furbies were never sold in Czech Republic, or at least not in Czech speaking languages. Like they described having 2012 ones, but they were only in English. And they were also talking about how it was pretty cool that they're now finally getting Czech releases, especially since it's a tiny country in Europe that no one really knows about. Well, hopefully people know about it, but I guess a more forgotten one. And I actually went to that country just yesterday, since where I'm staying at is like the border is like an hour or so away, like 30-ish minutes away. So that's pretty cool. But we were only just walking there. Only walking and looking at. We stopped by a restaurant. All the stores are closed yesterday because it was Sunday. The only places that were open were just some restaurants and those big chain grocery stores. Like think of like let's say what would be a good comparison. I guess think of like price, like places like the European version of Walmart or the European version of Price Shop or Whole Foods. I don't know. I went to like the German equivalent to Walmart. That's called like Globus or something. It's basically like a Walmart. Wait, Australians don't even have Walmart either? What do you guys even have? You gotta... United States also has Target. Kmart's no longer a thing, unfortunately. The only time I went to a Kmart was to the point I can't even remember it, since it's closed down. There was like one location left that was like an hour away, but then it died. So rest in peace, Kmart. I never got to truly experience it. And yeah, I've also found Furbies at Target too. So thankfully we still have Target. And speaking of like Target, the Smith's Toys that I went to also had like some stuff that would, like the toys that would typically see at Target, like the Our Generation dolls, and how they're typically sold in Target stores. Well, for Germany, they're sold in Smith's Toys. And I know that Smith's Toys is also a thing in like the UK and Ireland and Austria. I don't know which other European country specifically, but I know that's only in Europe. And it's like Toys R Us if it never closed down. It's like same exact vibe as a Toys R Us. I should have like made like a short vlog there or something. But I'm gonna be checking out some other toy stores soon. I forgot what it's called, but I think it's a German one. Toys R Us if they didn't overprice anything. And it's still kind of pricey here. Like there were some things that were on sale for like, but it wasn't really big sale. But there were stuff that were on sale there. It's an online thing. Yeah, it did partially come back, but now it's only just a section in Macy's. Like if you don't know what Macy's is, it's a clothing store that's typically inside malls. Like this big clothing store. And they have a section dedicated to the Toys R Us stuff. So now Toys R Us is just consisting of a section. And now there's just only a few stores open, at least in the United States, but they're now just like little tiny outlets. And from what I know, they're not in my area. We just have the Macy's thing that's in my local mall. And I know Toys R Us is still open in some areas. Like I know it's open in Canada still, because I think it got bought out by another company or something. Intended jewelry clothing shops. Yeah, we do have like those kind of things, but it's also like a toy shop. I mean, it's mostly budget, like clothes and stuff, but there's also food court. Of course, Hot Topic. Me and my friends mainly go there for like the Hot Topic and the food court, and mostly just to hang out. And of course, we got Spencer's, which is like the cooler version of Hot Topic nowadays. I also like Spencer's, it's pretty cool. But then, of course, when you go to the very back of it, and I don't act like a grown adult when I go to the back of it, I have to always giggle at everything. I'm always the most immature one. My friends are like, okay. I'm pretty sure that most countries don't have a Spencer's or a Hot Topic, unfortunately. I wish there was something like equivalent to it in other countries like Germany. Germany doesn't really have anything like it, unfortunately. Could just be the area, or maybe the ones that do exist are probably independent, because independently owned shops. I mean, the closest thing I found to alternative is just a store that sells like stuff for skateboarding. What was it? There was a skateboarding shop. What was it called? Blue Tomato. It wasn't really exactly remotely alternative, but it just had some really cursed t-shirts there. I only got a t-shirt there since there wasn't anything alternative, unfortunately. And I don't know how y'all put through this, except if you like make your own stuff. And I know that international shipping would be hell. I can imagine the shipping is hell. And speaking of handmade, I want to make my own handmade stuff at some point. Like what's it called? Upcycle. I want to do some sort of upcycling when it comes to being seen at some point. The only really handmade stuff I do is candy. Like I'm able to do that. I want to get my hand on upcycling if possible. Well, at least if I find something that's pretty good. And that can make it into something new and badass, I guess. Oh my god, I've been streaming for 40 damn minutes. Can't see how this is. Look, oops, wrong layer. Let me get this. Get this line art. Oh, I still have to do the voices. The voices on these. Anyway, where do y'all get your Furbies from if you're from outside the United States? Typically. Like, where do you get the most affordable ones from? eBay. Yeah, eBay's a pretty common option. It's also the same when it comes to the United States, but I typically, once again, as I said, I typically go to thrift stores and estate sales, and sometimes use Mercari. Sometimes use, I haven't even purchased anything on Mercari for a while. And Shop Goodwill, I sometimes do Shop Goodwill, because oh my god, they sometimes have really good Furbies there. And actually got my tie-dye from there. And repaired it. And repaired on the same day I got it. I still don't know what to name it. Mercari is working country. Yeah, I think Mercari is only a thing for United States and Japan. Even though it would have been cool if it did more than just United States and Japan. But yeah. 360 for non-working. It better be like a funky Furby or something, or that manga one, because that's a bit excessive. Same channels on Furby Discord service. I don't really use Discord too much. But that's a pretty good, like, the most common colors. Oh no. What color was it anyway? $1,000. Typically for us, it's like, let's say 3 something, maybe 500, 100 something. They are quite rare, but definitely less. The sand one. Wait, which one's the sand one again? Wait, let me look it up. No, crap. Screw it. Oh, this one. That one's kind of cute, but it's definitely a slightly more common one that I see. I've never actually had that one. At least it was in pretty good cosmetic condition. I typically don't buy my 2005 Furbies online because they're super expensive on there. So I resort to getting them from estate sales. I've actually gotten most of my 2005 ones for practically nothing. I got 2 of them from the same place for 15 each. One of them for only 8, and one, you won't believe it, but for $2 for the sleepy pink one, which is the solid gray one with the pink tummy. And the one that was $8 was the, what was it called? That one that's all white with the dragon fruit looking. Oh, the passion fruit one. And then the ones that were 15 each was the black and white one and the strawberry swirl. The strawberry swirl ended up not working, but the black one did, thankfully. The passion fruit one only partially works. And my sleepy pink, the battery cover was practically broken due to corrosion. But when I so I can't really leave it on. I have to fix that part for it to stay on. But with the functionality, when I hold down the battery cover, the beak doesn't move and it makes that weird grinding sound, like as if it was trying to move it. So I've never really bought them online. Well, actually, I have gotten two from them from eBay before, but this was before they were really expensive. Now, I got them when I was like, oh, I got them when I was a kid. When I when I was collecting Furbies and stuff. I, my first 2005 would have roughly been like $45 or something. My grandparents don't remember the prices, but it was approximately like $40-ish, somewhere in the $40 range. So they weren't as expensive, but then they got popular and then they got more expensive. And for a long time, I really wanted the Funky Furby. Like the Funky Furby, specifically the purple and green one was my dream one. And it still pretty much is, but I mostly given up on searching on it because they're hell expensive. Yeah, for 10.5, I'm think for 120. Oh no. I know how it feels to lose a bid on some pretty good Furbies. And that's actually happened with me with the 2005 one, and it came with two Furblings. Anyone else has something to say? I'm gonna have to end this live stream once it hits the 1 hour mark, because I'm gonna need a break after this. Which Furbies are you buying? Tiny tie-dye and any wavy stripes, baby. Oh my gosh. Buy them, definitely buy them. These colors have to be some of my favorites. And speaking of the wavy stripes, I actually got I got my wavy stripes Furby baby from an auction with a box of other Furbies that were already duplicates, but one specifically for the wavy stripes. And all the Furbies were working. I already gave one of them to my uncle. One of them I'm planning on giving to a friend who really wants it. And one of them I'm gonna end up selling. Probably. Maybe save it for a custom, but probably not. I'm gonna end up selling it. But Wavy Stripes is my personal one. And his name is Cranch. Oh, and I also have the primary baby. But his motors are screechy, like they're loud. Those things are really loud. And he was like this brand new box. Aw, I hope it can get your Furby fixed though. I know tutorials exist and of course Reddit exists. And Tumblr too. I'm actually considering on getting a Tumblr account. Like moving out of Twitter and using Tumblr instead. To be more with the Furby community. But I know that Tumblr is dying, so there's probably not gonna be as many users. It's not like it used to be at its peak due to like certain features getting removed. So now it's like, I guess the only people that are on there are just like some fandoms. Like there are like people that still use it and stuff. But I'm only gonna use it because the majority of the Furby community is on there. And it's like, if anything, if I won't be able to post Star entirely on Instagram anymore, then I'm just gonna be switching to Newgrounds entirely. Except that my Newgrounds will be for adults only. Well, my Newgrounds is already for adults only. I don't know if I talked about it, but there's some artwork on there. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. I'll probably just continue posting to Instagram because I talk to people on there. There's people I know personally that I speak to. But of course, I hate reels. Every comment section of an Instagram reel is like, let's say 1940s. The 1940s, and they won't specify what else. And if you get it, you get it. Just so much toxicity. It's just as bad as TikTok, if anything. And I've already left TikTok for a while. I'm taking a long hiatus out of it, except for checking notifications. But yeah, I'm planning on making some sort of return, but then logging back out. Okay, 2 more minutes before I end this stream. Also, how do y'all like this art so far? Give me a comment before I end this. Hello. I'm about to end this stream soon. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna end this here now. So, thanks for watching, people. Bye bye. Say bye in the chat.